Discovered in 2005, the Yeti crabs live in the deep sea hydrothermal vents near Antarctica, where they are exposed to pretty extreme environments as the temperatures there can reach up to 720 degrees Fahrenheit. It is believed that their white coloring and strange hair patterns are thus an adaptation to these extreme environments. The thermal vents, while extremely hot inside, are surrounded by freezing waters that large crustaceans like the crabs and lobsters cannot survive. Since the vents warm up the surrounding water by discharging hot water, they provide a habitat for the crabs in their immediate environment. This forces the Yeti crabs to cram themselves into a small area where up to 700 crabs have been seen per square meter in just one vent. Female Yeti crabs, however, must venture into the dangerously cold waters after mating, as the thermal vents are too high in sulfur content for the crab's eggs to survive. The mother Yeti crab rarely survives the cold water and usually dies of starvation after her offsprings hatch. As for their hairy arms, which are called setae, they support and grow large colonies of filamentous bacteria that not only the crabs feed on, but also use to detoxify poisonous minerals from the water released by the hydrothermal vents. Another possible use for the setae is they could also be used as a sensory mechanism to help the crabs find food or mates, as they are thought to be completely blind. The Babi Rusa is a species of wild pig that is native to Indonesia. They live in swamps in the rainforest, specifically the Indonesian islands of Sulawesi, Togian, Sula and Buru. There are 4 different types of Babi Rusas, with the North Sulawesi Babi Rusas being the most famous ones for their bizarre upper tusks. The male Babi Rusa's upper tusks can reach up to 12 inches long and will continue to grow throughout their entire life, which, if they are not worn down or broken in combat, will eventually grow long enough to pierce their skull. While their massive tusks may look intimidating, they are actually quite brittle and break easily. They are not used as weapons, but instead to shield the boar's face and eyes during fights. When males fight over mates or territory, they stand side by side and push each other with their shoulders. They also rise up on their hind legs and box with one another using their front hooves. Babi Rusas also have dagger-like lower tusks that are used to ward off rivals. If their lower tusks become dull, they sharpen them by rubbing them against trees. Females have small tusks or no tusks at all. Babi Rusas can reach about 2 feet tall, 3 feet long and can weigh over 200 pounds. Like all pigs, Babi Rusas are excellent swimmers, preferring to live near bodies of water. They have been known to travel across wide rivers and seas to reach small islands. They are among the fastest runners in the pig family and may reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. Unlike most pigs, however, Babi Rusas rarely use their snouts to root for food. They instead use their strong hooves to dig for roots and search for insect larvae in rotting trees. The wild Babi Rusa population is extremely vulnerable, which is estimated at fewer than 10,000 individuals. Threats include hunting and habitat destruction due to deforestation and mining. The oceans are a mysterious place since they are home to numerous creatures and phenomena that humans are yet unaware of. Creatures like the bizarre-looking deep-sea lizardfish, which is found in the deep and remote areas of the ocean. With their massive protruding teeth and dark eyes, the deep-sea lizardfish don't exactly seem inviting, but these deep-sea dwellers are definitely worth learning more about. Deep-sea lizardfish are members of the family Bathysauridae along with the hyphen lizardfish. Although they look similar, they're different than the other lizardfish that you might be familiar with that live in tropical and subtropical coastal waters. Deep-sea lizardfish live in the deep sea and are found at depths exceeding 5,000 feet, which is in the midnight or aphotic zone. No sunlight is able to penetrate such deep waters, and the animals who live there must adapt to living in complete darkness. They are found in deep waters around the world except for around the poles and live in temperatures around 38 degrees Fahrenheit. They grow to about 15 to 23 inches long, but the largest recorded lizardfish was 33 inches long and weighed 15 pounds. The deep-sea lizardfish's most distinctive feature is its searing teeth. They are apex predators, meaning they are at the top of the ecosystem's food chain. In fact, deep-sea lizardfish are one of the deepest known top predators and will eat pretty much anything it comes across. They are ambush predators, meaning they wait on the seafloor with their mouth open, patiently waiting for a meal to swim by. Since prey can be few and far between in the deep sea, the lizardfish isn't picky and it will eat other fish, crustaceans, and even other lizardfish. This sparse environment also means the lizardfish can't be picky when it comes to finding a mate. They have evolved an interesting strategy to combat this. The lizardfish are synchronous or simultaneous hermaphrodites. This means they can produce both male and female gametes at the same time. That way, they are able to mate with any partner they come across rather than having to potentially wait for one of the opposite sex. The Malabar giant squirrel or the Indian giant squirrel is a large multicolored tree squirrel species native to India. These squirrels can get more than 3 feet long, which is more than double the size of the gray squirrels you are likely to see in the parks or woods near you. But most impressively, Malabar giant squirrels have the most beautiful multicolored fur, including shades of black, brown, white, orange, tan, maroon, and purple, which is why they are also nicknamed rainbow squirrels. Currently, there are 4 subspecies of Malabar giant squirrels, and they mostly live in eastern or southern India. They are tree-dwelling species that travel from tree to tree and require tall, profusely branched trees for the construction of their nests. They can be very difficult to spot due to their camouflage and also because they rarely leave the trees and their tendency to hop from tree to tree with jumps of up to 20 feet. When in danger, they often freeze or flatten themselves against the tree trunk to help avoid detection instead of fleeing. Their main predators include birds of prey like eagles and owls and the leopard. They are mostly active in the early hours of the morning and in the evening, resting in the midday. Their diet includes fruits, flowers, nuts, tree bark, and often hoard seeds in nests they build in the tree tops. They may also eat insects and bird eggs. They are typically solitary animals that only come together for breeding, and the species is believed to play a substantial role in shaping the ecosystem of its habitat by engaging in seed dispersal.